Investigators uncover internal emails that show how Robert Ficano ran his political machine, but was it legal? Good evening, I'm Carolyn Clifford.
I'm Michael Rosenfield. The 7 Action News investigators were first to break the Wayne County scandal, and tonight, new allegations that Robert Ficano pressured staff to work on his campaign on county time.
7 Action News investigator Heather Catallo joins us now. And Heather, what have you uncovered now?
Well, some interesting email messages. There have long been allegations that Robert Ficano and his political machine pressured appointees to work on his campaign. And tonight, the 7 Action News investigators have obtained new documents that show high-level officials putting the hard sell on Ficano's at-will employees.
In this latest lawsuit against Wayne County's embattled CEO, former Ficano communications appointee James Wallace says he was let go from the county after he resisted working on Ficano's political campaigns on county time. Now, the 7 Action News investigators have obtained emails that show just how much pressure was being put on appointees like Wallace to donate time and resources to Team Ficano in the run-up to the 2010 election. According to Wallace's lawyer, this is an email from Wayne County Deputy Director of Public Services Terry Spryzak. He was also the campaign manager for Robert Ficano's re-election. The email addressed to Wallace from October of 2010 lists activities such as phone banks and canvassing. Then in bold it states, your participation is necessary and expected. Wallace's attorney Deborah Gordon says it's illegal to require public employees to participate in the campaigns of elected officials as a condition of employment. She says this email from Assistant County Executive Alan Helmkamp also highlights the focus that the Ficano administration had on making sure appointees worked on the re-election effort. The email from Helmkamp says, quote, as we discussed yesterday, the importance of keeping track of the participation of our appointees in this political cycle, I wanted to give a special commendation to James Wallace. In his whistleblower lawsuit, Wallace alleges he was also forced to do campaign work on county time, which his lawyer says is also against the law.
That's not what the taxpayers want to do with their tax buck. They want the county to be operated and run. They're not there to support political figures' re-election. It's absurd to think that taxpayer money goes to this.
Now there's also an email from Robert Ficano himself coming to light. It's addressed to Wallace and says, quote, given that county offices will be closed on Election Day, I trust that you will be able to volunteer to help that day. If you do not commit as a van driver on Election Day, you will be assigned to cover a Detroit polling location. Wallace alleges he lost his job because he refused to break campaign finance laws. Ficano has been saying Wallace was laid off in January as part of budget cutbacks.
We have continuously been downsizing. This individual was one of 13 that was laid off, and it's unfortunate. Because he was never pressured to do anything politically. They were always, if they did anything, they did it voluntarily.
He lost his livelihood because he pushed back and said, no, this isn't right, and I don't think I should be doing this.
The county executive has called Wallace's lawsuit an attempt to enrich himself. Deborah Gordon says that's absolutely false. And just moments ago, the campaign manager sent us a statement. It says, quote, I did not seek Mr. Ficano's approval or make him aware of the content of the email before I sent it out. As is common in campaign correspondence, I used urgent language in an effort to convince people to volunteer. Carolyn and Michael.